5, 16, 19, 21, 30, 3 and 10. Check results. You remember?
Ariana Grande, Kim Kardashian, Emily Ratajkowski, Ice Spice. This is an intervention, but the person we're holding the intervention for isn't here. Pete Davidson. I forgot his name for a second. Yeah, apparently Pete Davidson now dating Ice Spice. And I just, you know, when a meme, not a meme, but just like something we notice goes too far, we need to talk about this. And I've seen it's sort of like, oh, by the way, yeah, we're back. 17. Oh, it's 17 now. Brilliant. Pod a day. We do this every day. Yeah. There's important things at hand here, guys, if you don't mind. Like the whole Leonardo DiCaprio only will date people under the age of 25. And you're like, oh, this is funny. There's a few instances where we can look at where this has happened. And then it happens again. And you're like, oh, that's another one on the list. And it happens again. And you're like, oh, again. And it happens again. And it happens on the person's 26th birthday. And it's like, okay, now this is beyond just a funny trend. And this is like, we need to take action. Pete Davidson, sort of comedian, and I think the phrase a lot of people could use for someone of Pete Davidson's sort of person, I think typically from these parts we'd say lanky streak of piss, and that's coming from one, right? But he's kind of out here moving like Thanos. He's collecting Infinity Stones, and this is what we're calling this meeting for, because it was like, oh, it's kind of weird how like Pete Davidson's with like Kim Kardashian, Ariana Grande, and Ratajkowski. I hope I'm saying that right. I can check actually. Is it Yeah, Ratajkowski, right? All these people. And at the time, it's like, oh, what? How? You know, exceptional Riz must, you know. Just a proof. Here's the thing, right? Okay, I got a couple of things to cover. First of all, exceptional Riz, whatever you want to say, right? It's like, oh, wow, how is he landing on these three? But that's when it was like he'd been with, that's three people there. 3-4 people. You're like, whoa, what's going on here then? Right? Think about it. Thanos, once he gets like the power stone, we're scared, right? We're scared, you know. And he has like the this is my Riz you're seeing right now. So this is expensive. Anyway, once he gets the power stone, actually, once he gets the fucking power, yeah. So once he gets the power stone, we're scared, but we're like, everyone feels like they've still got a chance. We can still beat him. He gets like the reality stone. Basically, he gets about 3-4 stones, right? But we still feel we have a chance in this world. It's once he gets like the time stone or the soul stone, like once he gets the time stone, really, and we know he still has to get one more after that, but the time stone's a big one. We're like, okay, even though he's not completed it yet, he's getting dangerously close, and now he has the time stone. We can't stop him from getting the final stone. And once he has that power, we're fucked, man. We're fucked. So Ice Spice, obviously it's a rumor, but this is sort of this is like the sort of, if you didn't think global warming was real now, you know, if you didn't believe the ice was melting, take a look outside, it's 50 degrees, wake up, you know, it's getting dangerous out here. Exceptional Riz, is that what we're going to put this down to still? Are you insane? Because also they go on about like, oh, just a bit of proof that, you know, personality and like comedy, you can get anyone, you know, oh, great laughs, if you can provide great laughs. He's not even that funny. Like, he's funny. I don't really watch stand-up comedy and stuff, but like, it's his job, you know, he's probably good at it. But like, sorry, someone tell that to Ricky Gervais. I don't see him with Beyonce on his arm. You know, to be fair, Beyonce, you know, I don't see him walking down the road with, I don't know anyone his age, technically, actually, because I was going to say Zendaya, but then I thought that'd just be sort of weird. But you know what I mean? Like, if you want to go on about, oh, comedy's great, well, he's not the peak of comedy, guys. You know, there's other people. I'm struggling to name that. I just don't really know stand-up comedy that well. But like, it can't just be that, guys. It can't just be that. The sense of humor thing, and maybe because he's younger, he's got more of like a Gen Z sense of humor. You might not get that from these older fuddy duddies like Andrew Santino. You know, no matter how much, I remember, what's his name? David Spade was on Theo Von's podcast, and they were talking, and he was like getting ready to prepare an award for the Kids' Choice Awards in Nickelodeon. He went out after Noah Beck, and Noah Beck didn't have to do anything. He just went out there, he smiled. Was it Noah Beck? No, it wasn't Noah Beck. Noah Centineo. Noah Centineo didn't have to do fuck all. He went out there, he scratches his balls, you know, he sort of sneezes. Everyone's like, oh my God, they're falling over for him. You know, David Spade has to go out straight after him with sort of tomatoes. It's get the fuck away, get Centineo back, get off my stage. Who's this old fuck? You know what I mean? And he was backstage, and Aubrey Plaza was there, and she was like with someone else, and they was gonna go out and present them all together. And she's like trying to work out what their bit's gonna be, like trying to write some comedy. He's just like, yo, fucking don't bother. Don't wait. Don't like. We could do this. This would be funny. That'd be funny. It's like don't. He's like, hey Aubrey, don't waste your time. These kids don't fuck. They don't rate you out there. Stone cold. They're not. You could write the best shit. They're not gonna laugh. You know. You gotta be. If you ain't got a jawline, and you know you're in bad Netflix movies, they're not gonna fucking love you out there, man. You know, just don't waste it all. You know what I mean? So like, I guess you gotta be a comedian of the younger generation. And to be fair, I don't know how many young, sort of big comedians that are right now. When I say big, I'm talking in terms of just like straight up fame. Pete Davidson's very famous, and I don't know how old he is, but like he's on the younger side, I'd say, for like a comedian. But yeah, it's just that I find it funny how I was like, oh well, you know, he's funny, and that's why. Well, his job is being funny, yeah, but he's not known for being like the funniest comedian out there. There's way more. Why did we not see this as a trend more often? But yeah, it's crazy. And Ice Spice, so far the craziest. I know everyone looked at the Kim Kardashian one, but like I don't know, it was like a rebound thing. It was like after, you know, I could see it, and it was crazy, but you could see it. And Ariana Grande even, like I could see it. This all kind of made sense. Like for some reason they obviously they're all. I don't want to say they're out of his league, but I kind of did, and it feels harsh to say that even. You know, I don't want to shoot a fellow slanky streaker piss down, but you know, most people would say. But the Ice Spice, I mean, it's just a rumor. But firstly, Ariana Grande is short, but Ice Spice, man, is like 5 nothing. Pete Davidson's like not, and I don't know. Just also, I remember watching a stream. Firstly, Ice Spice from like Brooklyn, America, and it's just, this is the point. Like, Pete Davidson, it's boggling, and this is why we're calling the meeting, because it's like I'm starting a conspiracy. It's something else that what in the forget the Illuminati. What blood circle demonic? What has he done? Do you owe him? You know, do you owe money? What's going on here? Because they never last either. So it's like, and they never last with a good taste in their mouth either. So it's like I don't know, and there's no one else in Hollywood with better quote unquote riz. So it's a weird one. It's a weird one. It's strange. It's like, is it some kind of, are these all just some kind of publicity thing? It's now like there's something to gain from it. I just don't know what's being offered here. What's on the table? It's mental, and I had to do my due diligence to talk about it. Yeah. Sorry. By the way, I need to come clean right now. I'd rather be doing anything else but this at this current moment. I'm sorry. I know I hate to say it. It sounds bad, but I can't be disingenuous. I had a big old nap, and I usually have them pretty late. Like I'll start the nap at like 8 at night, which is, I feel like it's late for a nap. Most people will nap at like 4 p.m. or like 2 and wake up at like 4 or 6. Napping at 8 is like, some people just go to bed at 8, so it's kind of weird to nap at 8. But I can't, if I went to sleep at 8, I'd wake up probably, the last time I probably went to bed at 8, which wasn't because I like was up the whole night before I just got off a flight or something. It would have been probably like when I was like, I can't even remember a time, like primary school or something. It's physically impossible. Even if I was like told go to bed and it was 8 and I was a kid, I just lie there looking at the ceiling, just thinking, oh, when's it gonna happen then? When am I gonna just all of a sudden wake up and it's tomorrow? Christ, I mean, it's gonna happen. I mean, right now I'm thinking it will never happen. It feels like it'll never be tomorrow. But eventually, I won't remember when I fell asleep. I just remember it being tomorrow, and then all of a sudden you wake up and it's tomorrow, and like, it happened. But I'd just be like staring at the ceiling for so long for that happened. But yeah, naps are like 8. Woke up about only a little nap. Probably woke up at about 9:30. But I just woke up fucked. Like, what time is it? 9:30. That's fine. Oh, I got to do the thing, and this is as close to me as like what being hungover must be like, sort of. And it's like you got to go in tomorrow. You got to inspire the kids. You got to go teach in a school. You got to go, inspire the children of the future, right? Go out and teach, whatever. It's your dream, and you love teaching. But I was out on a bender last night, and now I'm hungover. I am, and that, that sucks. Whether you like your job or you don't. And this was like, just sort of tired. But these things have to be done. I literally woke up, I was like scrolling through it, I was like, because I had nothing to mention either. I was like, oh god, has anything happened? Tell me someone's been assassinated or something. Just anything to sort of bring up for like conversation. I'm scrolling to it, I'm like, anything. Oh, Pete Davidson's probably there. What? The Ice Spice? That hombre a Munch? I exclaimed, and thought, I'll be talking about that then. I'll drag that out for 13 minutes. Actually, probably about 12 minutes so far, but potatoes, give or take a few. But yeah, I might just cut it here because I don't like overstaying my welcome. If there's not something to say, then let's not drag it out. I guess there's Formula One, which is, you know what? Do I mention that actually? I don't think I want to. But there is Formula One, which just feels so good. But it's back. I'm really excited. Even though all the drivers I like seemingly have shit cars, or it's just shit box cars they've got to drive this year, and there's not a good chance they're going to do well respectively to where they should be doing. It's a shame, but you always remain hopeful, If I'll just to prove that point, my favorite drivers are probably Albon, Norris, and Hamilton. And Norris is in a McLaren, which everyone is saying is going to finish like 7th this year, maybe even 8th. And it looks terrible, and Lando needs to get out there or whatever. And it's going to be battling with Piastri, who apparently is the second coming of Christ, whatever. Hamilton isn't a good car, but I wanted him to be in a car that could challenge, and apparently it's not good enough to challenge the Red Bull, which is obviously an unbeatable bit of machinery. And then Albon, he's going to have a good season, probably, but he's in a Williams, and a good season is probably about picking up 5 points over the entire thing. Picking up 5 P10s, that's a good season, So just getting out of Q1, that's all you really need to do. Just get out of Q1 for Williams. It doesn't take much. Get out of Q1 consistently and occasionally finish 10th. And, you're sort of a legend. That's more or less what George Russell did. To be fair, I remember in the Williams, there was times, obviously through weird circumstances, like rain and red flags and stuff, but he started like on pole in the Williams, and I think he maybe occasionally got to Q3 and maybe once or twice in the Williams. And I know he had some good positions in a Williams, and maybe the car was slightly worse when George done it, but I think Albon Albano still deserves some credit, man. Credit where it's due. He was comfortable. He came in unfazed from the, and he kind of just relaxed a bit. I feel like at Red Bull he was sort of, he had this army kind of trim, sort, not army hammer, army like war, sort of almost buzz cut at times, just like really like tense, and just like you could see it, like the pressure and the stuff like that. and it kind of just feels like he got dumped out of sport for a year. Kind of was just like being their sim driver, got the Williams chance, and now he's just like hanging loose. The first thing he does, grows his hair out a bit, dyes it red, gets it. First bit of quali, gets out of Q1 in his first quali. He's dyeing it blonde. He's going this color, that color. He's permanently damaging his scalp. He's out here, just free as a bird. It's like yeah, baby. You know what I mean? Just sort of relaxed. I feel like, well, it depends on who you are, but like, if you're relaxed, you're gonna do your best work in that kind of environment. Some people I think need to be tense. They need to have their earphones in, the earplugs. They need to be like down, shadow boxing for whatever reason. It's you're driving a car, but shadow boxing or something. Like Carlos Sainz is a bit more like that. He kind of needs to be in there. Pierre Gasly needs to be doing like, they need to be locked in, doing sort of like reaction, little training tests. Like Pierre Gasly does that thing where he catches the tennis balls and stuff. Carlos Sainz, quite literally, well, not shadow boxing, but he's in there boxing and stuff, just trying to. And then you got other people like Lando Norris, who literally just like sleeps and gets a massage. So everyone is different to get the best out of them. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's one of them. It sounds bad to say, but it's either Bahrain or Abu Dhabi or Dubai. I think it's like, I don't remember which one it is. It gets confusing. But that's going to be, I just look forward to it. Because tomorrow's Friday, it's practice. I don't watch practice, I won't lie. Whoa, I feel like dogs could hear that. I don't watch practice. But then quali, I look forward to it. I mean, what can I hope for? I'm just going to go for something easy. I just hope that Albon out-qualifies Sargent. I just hope Hamilton out-qualifies Russell. I just hope Norris out-qualifies Piastri. And I just hope that whoever's on pole isn't Verstappen. Not because I don't like Verstappen, but because I want it to be different. Ideally not Leclerc either, because he's kind of like a qualifying guy. But anyone else, other than the people who I don't want them to be their teammates, I guess, it'd just be more fun. Even like, because I'm not the biggest Aston Martin fan, but even if it was like Alonso, because everyone loves Alonso and stuff, and people would get gassed for that, it'd be different. So at least, and it kind of make people go, oh, that they've just thrown their hat in the ring and said, we're here, man. I'm kind of dressed in fucking Aston Martin colours. I know I keep wearing this fucking hoodie, but it's just like, I sit down to do this and I'm like, do I want to comb my hair? No. Do I want to put a hat on? No. Just chuck the green jumper on and call it a day. Anyway. Yes, sir. 1840. We're done here. Number 70s has just been completed, and I'll see you all in number 71.
Here with the kids, and they had like 3 kids, and the geezer was probably on like maximum 20 bags a year. Like the most boring bloke you'll ever meet. He was like a hero.